from your news leader.
It's Monday afternoon and the Erie School District is heading to online classes. Plus, the state's face mandate is officially in effect. We'll see how one essential business is reacting to the order. And rallies around the country are calling for the reopening of the nation's economy. Some states are looking to extend the lockdown order. We'll have a live look from Harrisburg.
Live in high definition from your news leader. This is Jet 24 Action News at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Samir Nafsi filling in for David Balmondo. First, we start off with the Erie School District. Mandatory online learning starts today for the school district. Teachers across the district will be using Google Classes, which is an online tool that allows them to interact with students. The school's system IT department is dealing with the enormous request for Chromebooks. So far, they have distributed more than 2,000 to families, and another 1,000 are on back order, along with 200 hotspots for district officials. Now, they say they are trying to get students devices and internet access as soon as possible. And with those classes beginning today, students are adjusting to their new form of classrooms. The district explained that when logging onto Google Classroom, students will find their assignments from their teachers. Now, this all accessible through a code the students can find in their email or online on the district's email. Now, as for how students could interact with teachers for questions,
teachers have set up virtual office hours. Some teachers are communicating through Google Hangouts. So teachers are very much still accessible. Principals, administrators are still very much accessible. Many of our schools have Facebook pages where tips, resources, information.
Now, if families have any questions, they are encouraged to call the district's call center, and that number on your screen right now, 874-6090. And here is the latest information regarding COVID-19 across the Commonwealth. Currently, there are over 33,000 positive cases of COVID-19 in Pennsylvania, and 1,204 people have died from the pandemic. And Governor Wolf's order to require all employees and customers to wear masks at essential business is now underway. Star Bodie spoke with an essential business owner and customers about their thoughts to the new mandate.
At 8 o'clock on Sunday night, a new order went into effect. Governor Wolf is mandating that all employees and customers wear masks inside essential businesses.
The biggest thing is the safety of our customers that walk in, their family, and of course ourselves and our family. So yeah, we'll be telling everyone, and we've been doing that for the last several days, reminding customers to wear masks.
The order also requires businesses to deny entry to customers who aren't wearing masks. Anyone over the age of 2 must wear a mask unless they have a medical condition that prevents it. The order also establishing other safety measures like limiting business capacity to 50%. Some customers saying that the new order is eye-opening.
Originally, when this whole thing came about, I didn't take it too seriously. I was like, oh, I'm young, it's not going to affect me too much. But I'm seeing that it has been a really big problem. Not just for people, I mean for the economy as well.
Others we spoke to say that they're frustrated and feel that they shouldn't have to wear a mask if they're a customer at a store.
I think it's stupid. Why should I have to wear a mask? I mean, I'm not sick. A bunch of these people that are coming in here are not sick.
Star Bodie, Jet 24 Action News.
And failure to comply with those requirements could result in a citation or fines. And as we mentioned, today being that first day to wear masks at essential businesses, Action News spoke with shoppers at one grocery store to see how people are adjusting to those new changes. One grocery shopper at Tops says she has been wearing a mask to essential businesses since the stay-at-home order started on April 1st.
So this was nothing new for me. I'm just glad to see that it is a mandatory thing, because you do see other people that have, you know, have issues, that are coughing or whatever, and no protection on.
And the grocery shopper added, though many people in the store were wearing masks, not all customers were, adding she hopes that employees of essential businesses speak up and demand that all customers wear a mask when entering their facility. And then hundreds gathered at the steps of the state capitol Sunday to protest Colorado's COVID-19 stay-at-home order, which protesters argue is an overreach of the state's authority. Lance Hernandez reports.
Honking horns, revving engines.
God bless America.
Protesters by the hundreds gathering in front of the Capitol. Hundreds more motoring by on Lincoln Street, waving flags, using megaphones.
We don't need this. This is freedom. We're all out here together.
Demanding that Governor Jared Polis end the stay-at-home order by May 1st.
Open school!
Former State Representative Marcia Luper among them.
This state has been shut down long enough. There are families hurting, there are businesses hurting. We can't pay our bills, and the statistics don't support us staying shut down anymore.
Many of the protesters were a tad angry.
This is a great outcry from the people to show that we're tired of the that government is putting us through, that we're borderline tyranny.
I like to see the Constitution be restored and let us all go back to work and enjoy our restaurants. And if you're not comfortable with that, then you can make the choice to stay home, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Reaction on Twitter was swift. One person writing, "Whoever brought children without face masks to this gathering should be ashamed." Another tweeted, "If you're protesting the quarantine, please do our completely overworked medical system a favor and fill this out so we don't waste precious resources on you." The protesters not amused.
Here's the question. Does the response to this virus, does it match? Because the repercussions, the economic repercussions, are going to be way worse than any repercussions to the virus.
That was Lance Hernandez reporting. And protesters are beginning to plan one here in Erie as well as Harrisburg today to encourage leaders to reopen Pennsylvania's economy. Now we turn to a live look at protesters in Harrisburg. Now concerned citizens will come together to peacefully protest against lockdown restrictions continuing beyond May 1st. The protesters insist that this is not sustainable to continue a lockdown because of the economy and the social consequences will be irreversible. The protest planned in Erie is happening in Perry Square at 3 p.m. Once again, that's today. Now, in the State Secretary of Health's press conference, she said protesting is fine as long as protesters follow the guidelines.
Stay in their cars and they drive around the Capitol and have exercise their right to protest, then I wouldn't expect any particular public health implications.
And Rite Aid is expanding COVID-19 testing efforts in Erie at their Peach Street location. Testing will take place in the form of a drive-up site located in the store's parking lot. A self-swab nasal test will be administered. Now, eligibility for that test will follow the Center for Disease and Control Prevention guidelines. Now, testing will be available at no cost to eligible individuals. Patients are required to provide a government-issued ID and at least be 18 years of age and must pre-register online. And you can also buy a limited amount of liquor and wine from state stores starting today. It is the first chance to do so since for more than a month because of the coronavirus pandemic lockdown. A number of state stores across the state will take orders by phone and provide curbside pickup between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Here are the area stores that will offer this service. Erie's County, it will be at the State Store in Yorktown Center and 737 East 8th Street. In Crawford County, it will be at the store in the Downtown Mall, and in Warren County, it will be at the State Store on Market Street offering this service. And the COVID-19 pandemic has certainly upended the year for high school seniors. Some are trying to balance responsibilities from work to finishing the school year strong. Two Fort LaBeouf high school seniors are just doing that and dealing with the pandemic during these unprecedented times. Jocelyn Person joins us now from the newsroom with that story.
Hi, Samir. These high school students have accepted the changes, so now the only option that they have right now is to move forward through the chaos that we're all facing.
Online classes, I feel, is much more difficult. It's more It's more difficult because, you know, we're so used to learning hands-on with teachers that it's hard to just learn it like through a screen or reading something.
Most seniors are facing a difficult time balancing their new world of online schoolwork and their essential jobs. Cameron works at a Dollar Tree, though not in school for safety reasons. She is taking precautions to stay safe at work.
I definitely feel much safer, especially with like the money and using the machine, and even though we wipe down our carts and our baskets, it's still like risky, and you know, because I'm in contact with people every day.
Cameron isn't the only senior taking every precaution to stay safe.
We're making sure that we're wearing gloves at all times, and we have to wash and sanitize our hands every 30 minutes.
Madison works at Burger King. She's the only one in her grandparents' household working and is on the front line of this pandemic.
It's been really scary, like with me being, because I'm the only one that's in my house that's actually working, so it's definitely scary for them, like with me being out.
Both working seniors are in the same boat of despair, but they're both up to the challenge.
An important milestone in your life, and you can't really get that back, because they say high school is like the most memorable, you know, time of your life.
We've never really done this much before, so it's definitely been tough getting used to that while also working.
Cameron and Madison say they hope they won't have to start their college careers online. Reporting live in Newsroom, I'm Jocelyn Person. Samir.
Thank you, Jocelyn, for that live report. And because of the sudden end of the school year, Jet 24 Action News is taking the time to honor our area high school seniors. So here's to the class of 2020.